contract extension after last season gives Atlanta the game's first points.
This man with the ball, they're going to get an illegal screen there on Mitchell Robinson. And sometimes on those kinds of plays, it's the guy with the ball.
Young misses a little bit short on his first offering. Gallinari inside. Young the cut. Beautifully done. And a good start offensively for the Hawks. But interesting to see how the Knicks react tonight and play without Julius Randle. Hasn't missed many games, as Jared mentioned at the top. Young misses on a deep three. Herder the rebound. Gallinari into the paint, coughs it up. Barrett to steal. Crazy to think this is the first time Young is playing back on this stage. Missed the first meeting on Christmas Day. He was in health and safety protocols. As Young turns it over, here comes Obi Toppin. Herder thought about the three, got a Young in the corner. Burks defends him at the start. Gallinari out. Young from deep. Got it.
And I feel like really the assists are the ones you fear most because he's going to score anyway, but then you're allowing him to get others involved.
Beautiful looking stroke by Gallinari.
Tells me they are connected here early on. Everybody's touching the basketball and involved.
Boy, Hunter wide open coming around a pick as he kind of takes that next step as a leader of this team.
Yeah, and the leadership is going to be the issue in terms of the development of Trae.
He's had to do a little bit of everything for this team with the departures after last year and some of the injuries. That is Bogdanovic.
They haven't settled just for jump shots and bailed him out. They try to put a body on him. One of the reasons is to try and wear him down so he's not as effective offensively.
It has been all Barrett and Burks. No Julius Randle for the Knicks. Right now, Knicks on a 12-3 run. Young getting a little cute that time. They turn it over. It's been complicated with this team and with him specifically.
Yeah, and listen, to go all NBA a season ago and then to have the struggles he's had this year. I mean, still, 20, 10, and 5.
Derrick Rose has missed a chunk of the season, so to not have that point guard who can get into the paint, that's been a big part of why the Knicks.
The reality is, if you think about it in terms of how this team is built, they may not need moving forward the prototype of Barrett quickly. Their development is going to be critical in terms of the next step for this group.
So much at stake for these Atlanta Hawks. Trying to keep themselves within that playing range. Rode that first round series here on the shoulders of Trae Young and got all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. Well, they took the eventual champs to 6. Barrett on a step back three. Back of the rim, no good. Got a 3-second difference. Shot to game clock. Trae Young eyes the clock. 2 of his first 6. 9 points if you've just joined us. Here comes Young to the rack. Well played. And puts it down. Under a second. Baseball pass. Young! Wow. Unbelievable.
That is a heck of a play. How about the recognition by Bogdanovic? Yeah, I think that's a really good point. I think, listen, they're not going to rush him back and have him playing 38 minutes, but, just having him out there, I tell you, it was a beautiful, fine, great cut, but I'm just blown away by the improvement of R.J. Barrett. Just his all-around game offensively.
Unable to finish, and then Bogdanovic in control. Young from deep. That's good. Guarded by Young. What a matchup here. Barrett licking his chops. Down to 5 to shoot. He coughs it up. And then Barrett charged with a reach-in foul. Looks like he's upset that no whistle was blown in his favor. What a difference a year makes for Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks. Sensational transitional year last year. That is Young on a 3-point jack. 6 of 12 from the field. GA not bad for 17 minutes of work.
Because he's so electric, especially from the 3. And you look at what he's done tonight along with Bogdanovic, that's really been the offense in this first half.
Young launches and buries it. Final 38 seconds. Young showing the handle.
Bob Burks takes the hit there and able to kind of contort his body for the finish.
Trae Young, but there is something about this stage that brings out the best in Trae Young. Greg, he's been playing in a different stratosphere since the All-Star break. Young misses just in and out. But just to Greg's point, all the games that they missed from key players early in the season. O'Connell, 34 games with the shoulder, off-season procedure. Herder with another triple.
You know, he is so athletic. He just puts a lot of pressure on your defense.
Young trying to float it to Capella. Well played by Robinson. Here comes Toppin. And the point guard position has been really, you make a list of the things that have ailed this Knicks team. Right at the top for the Knicks this season is Young.
This place was ready to explode if he was able to get that one to fall.
Here's Young showing the handle right through the teeth of that Knicks defense. And Tom Thibodeau wants a timeout.
Bogdanovich didn't give him the straight line, nor allowed him to disengage him there with his body.
Young gets it back and buries it from deep. The leadership part, and not necessarily the on-the-floor leadership, something that Nate McMillan mentioned, the evolution process. And Nate needs Trae Young. You need your cornerstone player to be vocal.
Yeah.
It's something that Trae Young's still learning how to do, but this is something he knows how to do already. And fan reaction when he first came out was a little bit muted, but you're starting to feel it, starting to get electric in here. First free throw from Young is up and good. Another moment. Madison Square Garden, New York City, Atlanta, and New York.
And that's important too, because it's your young guys starting to show growth.
Gallinari puts it on the deck outside the Young. 3 seconds to shoot. Young inside, puts it down. Just brilliant. Just past the midway point, fourth quarter. Trae Young, 38 points. He'll launch from deep. Not that time, with a rebound pulled by Barrett. About 5 and change. What a play by Robinson. A one-handed snatch on the attempted lob to Capella. This is Burks over the top of Herder.
To take away that lob off the pick and roll by Trae Young and Capella, and it leads to that basket.
What a pass and an even better finish. Bogdanovich. Outside Bogdanovich. He'll hoist. Off to the left. Offensive rebound, Hunter. They find it around the horn. This is Young. That's good. Young thought about it. Here he comes, the drive and kick. Bogdanovich, splash! Atlanta back in front.
Straight line drive mode, and they have not been able to get finishes, the Knicks here down the stretch.
Here's Young, sizes up Gibson, around him, shoots, and hits. Trae Young taking the Knicks' heart yet again.
And the Hawks have come in here and made a statement. Been the #1 seed, Milwaukee the defending champ, so that road is going to be a bit more challenging. You see Julius Randle there.